Welcome to the Income Planning Masterclass, Module 5. I will be your host, Scott Shelley. I'm the CEO of Apollo Risk Management and the creator of the Protect and Prosper portal. Within this module, we will be walking through how we build out an income plan that you can live with forever. Now that we have a deep understanding of how structured contracts can protect us from markets and healthcare expenses, financial cliffs, and longevity, let's see how we can apply these contracts into our plan. So you've defined your risk tolerance. We now know how to maximize our financial capacity. Let's start building the structured plan. As a reminder, our structured plan is always going to make sure that our overall portfolio is in line with our risk tolerance. There is a link to get your risk tolerance report right below this video in the portal. With your on-point risk tolerance report in hand, we can now maximize income outputs and build a custom income plan you can live with. In order to start building a plan, we rely on something known as our Income for Life software, Retire Now. This allows us to do what is called income mapping to ensure that as your income needs evolve through time, your income plan keeps up with those evolving needs. Our Income for Life software takes into account risk tolerance, retirement resources, income requirements, and builds a custom income plan. A plan specifically designed to cover the income gaps and eliminate the income cliff risk for an entire retirement. We refer to this as private pension planning. Private pension planning is critical to securing a comfortable retirement, and it leads us to key lesson number 3. A pensioner never runs out of money. The purpose of a structured income plan is to provide a means to cover the financial gap going into retirement and eliminate the cliffs during retirement, providing quality of life protection and contractual guarantees in writing, allowing you to smoothly and comfortably and confidently transition into retirement. For this, we partnered with OnPoint Risk Analyzer, probably the most sophisticated analytical tool and software on the market for risk assessments. The software was designed in part by attorney Rocky DeFrancesco, the founder of the Wealth Preservation Institute and a national authority on asset protection. We used this software to not only provide investors with a risk tolerance score, but score investment options for the adoption into your portfolio. It's really nice to know how bad it can bite before you buy it. Every participant, along with their on-point risk tolerance report, will also be provided an Income for Life report. This will allow us to see exactly what gaps they may have going into retirement and the potential cliffs they may experience during retirement. In this Income for Life report, we can see that if Robert dies at 73, not only does Sally lose her entire Social Security check, she also loses half of Robert's pension. This is a $42,000 income cliff that Sally might experience if Robert dies. This is a serious problem for Sally. And so with our Retirement Now income mapping software, we can now take a look at how much do we have in retirement resources? What are those retirement income needs? How much fixed income from Social Security and pensions are we expecting? What is our gap income between our Social Security pension and our need? What will the financial impact be if one spouse dies? How big will the income cliff be? And are there future healthcare expenses that we need to be concerned about? The software is designed to provide us what would be the absolute minimum amount required to take from our resources in order to cover the gap and eliminate the cliff in our income plan. And through our very simple structured income planning worksheet, we are able to take the data that we need and build out a flow chart mapping system of exactly how Robert and Sally can solve their income challenges. In this case, Robert and Sally have $1.63 million to work with. They have core income of $7,900 and an income need of $12,000 a month. This leaves them a $4,100 monthly income gap, and in the event that Robert dies at 73, this would leave Sally with an additional $42,000 income cliff she would fall off of if he passed away. They absolutely are concerned with healthcare costs, as Sally's mother is in a nursing home right now. Let's take a look at the outputs our income mapping software has for Robert and Sally. Let's take a look at how the software mapped out Robert and Sally's custom income plan. Robert and Sally's core income is $84,000 a year. They need an additional $49,000 a year in order to meet their retirement income needs. In order to accomplish that, we allocate $730,000 of their available resources to create a guaranteed private pension for the two of them of $49,000 for the rest of their life. This income may be higher in the future, but it will never be lower, and any of those funds not spent during retirement will be left to the heirs in their trust. In order to protect Sally in the event of Robert's death, we have funded a cliff contract. We have moved $250,000 of resources into a contract that will provide Sally a guaranteed pension of $45,000 a year for the rest of her life, assuming Robert dies at 73. However, Robert doesn't have to die to take advantage of the cliff contract. This is a discretionary contract, meaning Sally and Robert can turn it on at any time that they choose they want extra income during retirement. Although we've planned this to substitute for the loss of income in the event Robert dies, it doesn't mean that it cannot be an additional joint pension if they need extra income later on in retirement. It is fully discretionary. In order to quell their concerns about potential healthcare costs in the future, we have created two asset-based contracts for both Robert and Sally of $100,000 each. These asset-based long-term care contracts do two things. One, they provide access to a larger pool of funds should one of them need long-term care. Instead of having $100,000, they now have $400,000 each in a pool of money to spend on that care should they need it. In the event that they do not need care, those funds are returned in the form of a death benefit to the surviving spouse or the estate, whichever they choose. And so now that their income needs and potential healthcare costs are met, Robert and Sally have an estimated $700,000 to go into retirement with for discretionary spending and growth, legacy, whatever they want to do. Their income is secure. They can do whatever they want now. So if you'd like to be like Robert and Sally and have a plan going into retirement, download the income planning worksheet and schedule a call with our team to discuss your structured income plan and options. This concludes our Income Planning Masterclass. I hope you enjoyed the content. Everything that you need to get started is linked below. Our team is ready to help and excited to build you a plan. Remember, managing risks enhances financial outcomes. Let us enhance your outcomes.